Erin Richards and I were asked to come up with our pick for the best car for $20,000. So we met up early at our office in Santa Monica and decided to take these budget cars for a canyon drive. Face off. 2 cars, 2 editors, you decide which one wins. Okay, key on the table. What'd you pick?
Pick the Honda Civic, James.
Knew you would.
Best overall value at $20,000. You just can't deny that.
Well, I went with perhaps an unconventional choice. I went with the Kia Rio.
Indeed you did.
Yeah, you get a lot of stuff for the money, and I'm going to go with a different route than you did, obviously. You might think I'm nuts for doing it.
I do, yep.
But hopefully I will prove you wrong.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay, well, we're not going to decide it here. We need to drive the cars.
Absolutely.
And let's not do the city.
Of course not.
Automotive journalists, let's go through the mountains.
Let's do it.
Meet for lunch?
Yep.
All right.
See you there.
Price tag.
James thinks I have a soft spot for this Civic, and honestly, it's totally true. So for 2013, Honda made some changes, swapped out some of the materials. This car has a great sense of space. I just feel like there's room all around me. I feel like I can recommend the Civic with no qualifications now, because now the materials are, as good as anything in this class.
The Kia Rio. Yes, the name of my car does sound like an exotic virus you picked up while on vacation in Kuala Lumpur or something, but as I see it, buying a $20,000 car comes down to size versus stuff. Personally, I want the most stuff I can possibly get for my money. And this Kia Rio has more stuff than any $20,000 car. It has a rear view camera, an iPod interface, and a sunroof. Well, that's great. So does the Civic. But this has leather seats and steering wheel. Those seats are heated. There's keyless push-button start, a navigation system with real-time traffic, paddle shifters for the transmission, automatic headlights, those LED running lights everybody's crazy about, satellite radio, and power folding mirrors. That's something that's really only on the highest-end luxury cars or trucks. And really, it's a great feature for a small car since you might need to park it in a rather small space.
One thing I like about this car relative to the Kia at this price point is the fact that it is one class up. This is a C-segment car. This competes with stuff like the Focus and the Corolla and the Elantra and the Kia Forte, whereas his car is a B-segment car and it's one class down. And I think you get a larger car. It's going to have a more refined ride, and that's something that also appeals to me, because if you are someone who likes the idea of getting the most car in terms of interior volume and refinement for your money, then I think you're going to have to go with the Civic.
The Rio is actually a really nice car. Personally, I like the fact that it feels more grown up than other subcompacts. Take the interior, for instance. It's not as stylistically overwrought as the Fiesta or the Sonic, which sort of feel like toys. This is more refined, but there's still some nice styling details like these toggles for the climate control. Erin, let's pull over here.
Let's do it.
All right, so how was the drive?
It was great, as I expected.
Yeah, you didn't regret not picking a Ford Focus?
All right, maybe around a few of those tighter turns, I did think of the Focus, but overall, this was great. Love the steering.
How are the paddle shifters for the transmission?
What?
Oh, that's right. Your car doesn't have those. My car does. Yes, it's one of the many features that the Kia Rio offers that your Civic does not. In fact, many subcompacts and compact cars don't.
I think I get a lot of mileage out of this 5-speed, though.
Mine has 6 speeds. 6 is better than 5.
Yeah, but you're counting gears. That really tells you nothing about the actual driving experience and the sophisticated gear changes I get with this car.
Okay, well, we're not going to agree about that. So, do you want to switch?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So James and I have switched cars, and I am now in his Rio. And already I can tell I don't like the steering as much. It's kind of rubbery and gooey and not as good on a road like this, which is kind of twisty.
Okay, so I do like driving the Civic more, but do I like it that much more to say, no, I don't need all that stuff in the Kia? No, I'd still rather have the Kia. And at 6'3", I'm actually more comfortable in the smaller car. And that's just because of the way the seat's mounted here in the Civic. Okay, so right, that wasn't that bad.
You were right. I did enjoy some of the features, and it was quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah, and honestly, I did like driving the Civic better. Would I enjoy the Ford Focus better? Yes. But again, I'm sticking with the Rio.
And I'm sticking with the Civic.
So we're not going to decide anything here.
Guess not.
So everybody at home should decide which one wins.
Yep, their job.
So lunch?
Definitely.
Lunch.